we're talking about our scars this week, and even though I'm really late, what I've decided to do is that I'm going to take an anatomically positioned diagram, such as this, and the left side's the front, right side's the back, and I'm going to have a circle around the areas that I have a scar that I can't show you. So I'm going to start, and on my left thumb I have a scar from where I was sawing up a tree branch, and my thumb just happened to slip in the way when I was about 12. On the right side, on my thumb, actually at the tip, I closed my grandfather's pocket knife by accident and went to the ER at about 11 o'clock at night, and the guy super glued it shut with something called Durabond. On the same hand, on the back of it, I have a faint scar from throwing a tomato lettuce cage thing to try to get to my scooter, which has whiptastic handling. Let's see here. When I was playing hide and seek with my brother one time, I turned and I smashed my right eye into the side of an open-ended handle to a oven. So I have a small scar there. On a list of other scars that I can't show you, I had a cyst, and it's exactly where you're thinking it is, and I can't really show you that. But let's move on to the things that I can show you. And I took this one, and it was really hard to get to because it really hurt my shoulder because it is right in the middle of my back. And this is what it looks like, especially when you have really pale skin and poor lighting. And I wish I could say that I got it in a really cool way, like I got in a knife fight in a bar while trying to be Batman. But, and I actually got this guy to believe it. But what really happened is that I had a mole, and I got it removed. And that's also how I got a scar on the top of my head. I got them both at the same time. They wanted to do a biopsy on both things. Okay, so a long time ago, back when, this guy was about the size of the guy on the right, we were at a family reunion at my uncle's house, and I was having a fun time with my brother and my cousins in the pool, having fun with that, and eventually I got bored with it, and I got out and hurt my thumb, and they're like, "Hey Sean, you want to try the dirt bike?" I was like, "Oh cool, dirt bike." And you're gonna have to forgive me because I don't really have any pictures of my uncle's place, and so you're gonna have to put up with my artwork, and my artwork is kind of crap. Okay, so there's me, and let's make that look a little bit more like me. There we go. Okay, so there's me, and well, this is kind of what my uncle's place looks like. Like I said, it's really crappy. Up there in the top right-hand corner, the brown area, there's some trees and some tall grass underneath there, and the blue truck, and the gray area is the gravel driveway I was trying to go down, and there's some hills in it. And so I started off. And boom. Oh, really want to boom. It's more of a bang. And so about 8 hours later, I went to the ER again. Actually, that was the first time I've ever been to the ER. And I woke up the next morning. See, what happened is that the spleen, which is that little dude right there, I took the dirt bike after hitting it into a tree and rammed it straight into this side of my rib cage. And the spleen is actually partially hidden by the rib cage, and so when the rib cage came in, it ripped it into two hunks. So I spent about a week in the hospital, and eventually came home to some new beds, and I actually still have those blankets. And that's how I got my scars and my aversion to catheters.